What's up, everybody? GeauxBurns climbing back upon Mount Soapbox for another rant. And this is all over the place right now. The big hot topic regarding Grand Theft Auto Online. Other content creators have covered it, and you can find it over being discussed at GTA forums. Yes, the Pacific Standard Kuruma Method, unfortunately, has been patched. And there's reactions both ways regarding this issue. And let me know your thoughts below in the comment section. How do you feel about the Kuruma Method being patched regarding the Pacific Standard finale? Now, what I find fascinating is the fact that Rockstar took so long to patch this. I mean, we've been able to use the Kuruma Method for quite a while, at least a year or so. Now, for those of you that may not understand what the Kuruma Method is, I'm not going to show you because A, it's been patched, I can't show you, and B, you know how difficult it is to get 4 people to do a heist. I mean, it's almost impossible unless you happen to know the other 3. So anyways, let's talk about this. Okay, so what you would do is you would get a 6-car garage apartment not too far from where the drop-off point is for the 4 Electros. And you would, do the heist. You would run down the alley being shot at by cops. You would get to the bikes, and then you would get on the bikes. You would get off the bikes. You would basically throw out a sticky bomb, kill yourselves, and then you would restart right there. Then what you would do is run to that apartment. Whoever owns the apartment in the Kuruma in the garage, they would get inside the apartment. They would then invite everybody inside. You would go into the garage, jump into the Kuruma, and then you would take the Kuruma all the way up the map, and it would be a lot easier for you to complete the heists with the Kuruma as opposed to using the 4 Electro motorcycles, because it's so easy to get murderized by all the cops trying to chase you down. So yeah, a lot of people loved using the Kuruma Method, and now it's gone, thanks to Rockstar. So yeah, a lot of people are actually applauding Rockstar for doing this because they consider it to be a glitch, a cheat. Now, what I consider to be kind of a cheat is the other glitch in the Pacific Standard finale where, like, the hosts can, like, back out at the very end, and, that allows everyone else to get paid, and then they can just keep doing it over and over again, keep recycling the Pacific Standard heist finale. That I consider to be a glitch. This, I feel like more of a method, a strategy, if you will, concerning the Kuruma. And it sucks that we can no longer use it. What I find really, really interesting here is that I think you can still get a cop car. So you can hop onto your electro motorcycles, you can drive up to a police car, kill the cop, jump in the police car, and you can take the police car, or a police van, or whatever, and you can use that to get up to the final checkpoint as well. You can still do that. So you're not forced to use the electro motorcycles. So if that's the case, why can't we simply just use the Kuruma? I really have never had a problem with this, especially if you go into contact missions, and you can go into your garage and contact missions. I realize contact missions and heists are not technically the same thing, but at the same time, these are vehicles you've purchased. They should be at your disposal to use in contact missions and in heists, whether it's a Kuruma, whether it's the Insurgent. My issue is we have these items at our disposal, and we should be able to use them whenever we fucking want to, in free roam, missions, heists, etc. And it's very difficult to accomplish the Pacific Standard heists, especially when you have, at least 1 or 3 randoms that don't know what the fuck they're doing. It can be difficult if you have 3 other people that are good or decent, because there's always that random luck that a cop is just going to get lucky and kill one of you without you putting new body armor on or eating snacks, or you're riding down the highway on your Electro and you just happen to hit a bump, or a cop just hits you at the wrong time. You time it wrong just by a split second. You go flying in the air, and before you know it, you're dead, and the mission's a failure. So yeah, I honestly do not like the fact that they have patched the Kuruma Method, especially since it's so expensive to buy items in the game now. I mean, Rockstar, since the heist update, starting with Ill-Gotten Gains Part 1 and 2, has kind of had an inflation on the content they've added to the game. And I talked about that in my inflation rant a few weeks ago, the fact that things are obviously more expensive. It seems like lately, though, they've been trying to balance that out a little bit. But yeah, I mean, the T20 was, what, $2 million? You had the deluxe Luxor and the deluxe Swift. Like, the Swift was like $5 million. The Luxor, $10 million. You have the yachts, which are like between $6 and $8 million. And now the businesses, which cost money, along with the special vehicles. Those are expensive as hell. So yeah, I mean, things are a lot more pricey in Grand Theft Auto Online after the Heist update came out, as opposed to before the Heist update. And they have added other ways to make money, like with the the crates, with the CEO jobs, and most recently, of course, with the vehicles of import-export, the ability to steal high-end rides, storm in the vehicle warehouse, and eventually sell them. But at the same time, it's one of those investment type things. You have to spend money to ultimately make money. The same thing goes for the biker businesses. You spend money, and eventually you might get your money back. You may break even, and only then are you able to actually start making some money. So yeah, I really wish that Rockstar would have left the Kuruma method alone. It wasn't breaking the game. It was simply just a different strategy that players could use to beat the Pacific Standard Heist. Is it easier than the Electros? Yes, it's easier. Is it easier than stealing a cop car? Yes, because the cop car can get flat tires, it can get shot up, it doesn't have armor like the Kuruma, but at the same time, Rockstar's making a ton of money on Grand Theft Auto Online. They've made hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars on shark cards alone. So what was the harm in having an easier method for players to complete that heist? Because whenever I first played the Pacific Standard Heist, and many of you probably feel the same way I do, it was hell trying to beat the finale. It was absolute hell for me and my friends. And I admit, I'm not the best gamer out there. I'm not pro gamer material. They were, though. And they were even having problems. We were up all night trying to complete it the very first time. And we were almost at wit's end, but we finally managed to accomplish it. And I don't think we did it with the motorcycles either. I think we actually used a police car or sheriff's car in order to accomplish that heist. So anyways, the Kuruma method in the Pacific Standard Heist finale, rest in peace, gone but not forgotten. And yeah, I just really wish that Rockstar wouldn't have patched it, especially since it's been a method in the game for so long now. And I don't know what it means. Is it just because they finally got around to doing it? Is there rhyme to the reason? I honestly don't know. I'm not going to speculate on that, but the point is, everyone has their opinion about it. And like I said, you're welcome to your opinion below in the comment section. How do you feel about the Pacific Standard Kuruma method being patched? Do you think that we should be forced to use only the Electros, or stealing like cop cars or other vehicles off the streets? Do you think that we should have the ability to go and use any vehicle in our garage, like the Kuruma, like the Insurgent? I mean, even if it was just that, I would be happy. I mean, we don't have to use Pegasus vehicles. That's okay. I totally get that. But at the same time, I really wish we had that means and ability to use these vehicles that we actually purchased. Anyways, if you have a rant suggestion for a future episode, feel free and send it my way via the comment section, Facebook, Twitter, or email, GeauxBurns@gmail.com.